Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cubsfan, and today we are back with playing Runescape. This is Road to 5.6 Bill, so new step in the right direction. Yeah, there's been a lot that has changed since the last episode. I know the last one we talked about what archaeology is actually going to be like and what it's going to do. Well, it's here, and it's been here for the past 2 or 3 days now. And as you can see, we are already level 60, which is alright. I don't quite think there's anyone with 99 yet, which is just neat. Yeah, so where have we been? What have we been doing? Well, I got 50 mil div XP, 50 mil hunter, trying to go for generally 50 mils. I got 120 cooking, so that's a huge 120 out of the way. I did also manage to get to 90 mil fletching XP, and actually, I should, if I am remembering correctly, yeah. Sorry. Give me one sec. I've been using porters to make this quicker. I've actually been buying the rest of the supplies to get 120 fletching. So we are working on that diligently as ever. Uh, so I've got, you know, half a mil room crafting supply, or wow, half a mil fletching XP. And there's my dog barking in the background, which is obnoxious. Alrighty, and where were we? Back to But yeah, so we've been doing that, and what else? What else have we been working on? There's been a lot. Wow, I keep saying I need to really stop. But yeah, so next goal is going to be obviously 120 fletching, which I still haven't quite decided if I'm gonna go all the way to 99 archaeology before I go for that, because this will realistically only take me a few days. And the skill archaeology is fairly slow. Like I said, I don't think a single person has 99 yet, which is quite the feat. Either this has one of the slowest skill curves, or this is going to be one of the slowest skills. But I digress. So yeah, 120 fletching. I actually was doing some Elite Dungeons 3, getting 119 attack, so 120 is right on the horizon. Same with 120 hit points. Those will be two of my next 120. So there will be a period of time which I kind of been considering trying to do all three, getting fletching, attack, and hit points all at the same time. In terms of agility, I'm at 63 mil, almost 64 or 60. Wow, almost 115. So I'm up there. And I was thinking one of my next big stretch goals, quote unquote, is going to be getting 50 mil in every skill, which the three hardest ones I have are rune crafting, crafting, and herblore. Um, I really need to get more efficient at doing that. I've been thinking about doing Herbie Werby to get more done with my herblore. I also need smithing, but I hear smithing is pretty easy and it's profitable, so I'm gonna definitely be working on that. But other than that, I'm at 2.85 bill XP, so really actually making some progress from when I started this series. It's taken a really, really long time, but we're eventually getting there. As for 200 mils, my next 200 mil is definitely going to be farming. I'm at 160 mil right now, even though it is still fairly slow. I think on my best days I get maybe 500k XP, which realistically isn't that bad. It's my biggest problem is just trying to go to player-owned farms and making sure I'm doing my runs every day, which I get real lazy with. And I don't know if I brought it up, but I did get 120 construction, not this past double XP, but the double XP before that. So a few months ago. And that's been some of my biggest updates, I believe. Otherwise, everything else has been pretty straightforward. Obviously, my main goal for now is to try and remax, because not having a max cape or having max guild access absolutely is terrible, and I absolutely detest it. And yeah, otherwise, archaeology, it's fun, it's easy. Again, another big goal that's coming up soon is actually going to be 3 billion XP, which means I'm going to officially be over halfway. I know technically speaking, I am over halfway right now at 2.8, given the new cap is 5.6, but it's progress. It's changing. It's moving forward. We're continuing on. Um, yeah. So that's my other goal. And then the other thing I've been really considering doing is powering through my combats to 120 just for the XP. Because realistically, with how Slayer is now, I could easily get 200 mil Slayer without really worrying too much about combat XP. And if I'm at 120 all, then I can actually get 200 mil without worrying about combat too much. And those are my other non 50 mil XP skills, are going to be 33 mil magic and 35 mil range. I do have a Nox staff, thankfully, now, and I will be working on magic with that. So eventually making progress, getting up there. Um, Hopefully through doing all these, I can get that to 200 mil at some point. But I did make a bet with my clanmate to where I would get 1.3 bill XP before September 11th. Yeah, 9/11, because that is my anniversary in the clan I'm in, and I had 1.3 bill XP at when we made the bet, and my goal is to have 2.6 bill clan XP. So it's going to definitely take me some time and take some effort to get there, but it's a sacrifice I've been willing to make, and I've been actually kind of banking on doing combat to fill that XP, because I could easily get 70 mil, 70 mil, another 10 mil, another 70 mil, so that's already 140 mil, 100, 210 mil. So there's XP to be gained, and I believe if I were to max out all my combats, including summoning, which I'll probably do during the next double XP, just because hopefully I'll have the charms for that, will be probably about a bill XP total. The only thing that's going to really affect that or potentially interfere with that is going to be archaeology, which, as you can see, I'm currently sitting on 3 figurines, which once I restore those officially, I will be at 61, I hope. Well, no, those are 2k apiece, so I'm sitting on 6k XP out of 22. It's going to be a while. But yeah, and the other thing, and now I'm going to go into a bit of a tangent. I don't know how many of you people watching this actually know this, but I am a professional archaeologist. That's what I do for a living. And this skill, I was both excited for and not, because I was worried that the skill would be such a bastardization of what I know and what I love that it would prevent me from actually training it and be kind of a detractor of the skill. However, there are some things that I have problems with, some issues that I do have, but overall I think Jagex did a pretty decent job. I mean, you do survey everything before you excavate, you get tons of dirt, you have to sift through the dirt. Perfect, good, wonderful. We don't really use soil boxes. If you're familiar with the 5-gallon buckets, those are usually what are done. However, you don't just excavate one spot constantly, and you don't just mix dirt in your box. 2 issues there. And then 3, we don't restore artifacts. Not in the way this is doing. What you would do is, and this is really going out there, is you'd clean up the artifact, you'd wash off the dirt, but there are times in which you don't want to, you know? The dirt that's actually on the artifacts can tell you a lot. Like, you can find food residues, plant residues. You can even pull off certain proteins to see what the artifact was used for. If it was used as like a butcher knife, because you would find animal proteins and residues on there. You'd find plant residues. There's a lot of things that you could do, and when you restore that, it's not true to nature. A lot of people like seeing the pots put back together, but I digress. The other thing too is you don't just sell the artifacts to museums and collections. That that's just not how it works. You don't sell anything. You might donate, but realistically what we do is we set up repositories for when the artifacts are pulled out of the ground. So, any excavation that I would do, I'd have it set up to where all the artifacts I gather go towards a state repository or um, for me, I work a lot with Native American tribes, so one of my primary goals to do is to give the artifacts back to the tribe because a lot of times what we dig up ends up in a warehouse, ends up in a closet somewhere. You know, it very seldom do you just give the stuff away or sell it. So that's my biggest hiccup with this. Um, Obviously, there's more to it, and it had to be tailored for an MMO, which is obviously not 100% accurate. So I've been able to look past that. Also, I've never used a matic in my life. What we usually use are trowels, Marshalltown specifically. Um, Matic just looks way too much like a pickaxe, and I don't know. I do primarily North American archaeology, so I hesitate to even say it's a British archaeology thing because I know they use a smaller, more rigid trowel, but I don't know, man. I don't know. There was one other point that I wanted to make that oh, the spelling of artifact absolutely aggravates because even British archaeologists use the American spelling, um, using an I instead of an E. The fact that they use an E is just, oh, that really that irritates me just a slight bit. But anyways, I rant over, video over. I just wanted to make a quick update video, even though this is probably one of the longest ones in the series. I want to thank you guys for continuing watching, and if you want to see more content from me, just let me know, because obviously with what's going on, there's a lot more free time, and I can make other videos. I'm not sure if people would actually watch that. But thank you guys for watching, and see y'all next time. Peace.